You know, there's a meme on Facebook going around today basically saying, today is April 1st, so trust no one, see no one. Well, no one's here, so I guess everyone took that meme to heart.
One person, which is probably us. All right.
I guess everyone's scared of April Fool's Day.
We'll see y'all later.
Rita! Oh, reliable Rita. Anybody else? You were scared everyone off, telling them it was my favorite holiday.
You told everybody it was your favorite holiday.
I've been on
You and
You re
this.
What could I have been seen? I wasn't on the camera, bro. You told everyone.
You told everybody last week my favorite holiday, and I got film to prove it.
But you were telling everyone how I was going all menacingly.
You are menace. Did you see what title for day is?
And that's why no one's here. It's all your fault.
And do you know why that title's there?
Because you didn't
Because the discussion is how many people do not find April Fool's Day's pranks funny at all.
Well, that is not true because I showed you what I did to all my friends and you laughed hysterically.
No, not hysterically.
Hysterically.
No.
You were plumb
That's
giddy.
kind of like
You were plumb
that's kind
giddy.
of like the word giddy. It don't fit. Okay. Now that
Laughing uncontrollably.
I was not laughing
Briefly.
uncontrollably. I was chuckling with a hint of humor. Okay. So
That's right, because Tony's always right and everyone else is wrong.
that's right.
King of brats.
It,
King of brats.
It took you 100 years to learn that. Okay. We know
You're the only one that's been alive 100 years, bro.
I'll be alive for 100 more. All right.
Look, see, Eric.
You use Chat GPT on that. Did you not? I can't even read what it said, but
it says Tony and CJ down in the USA doing the Lord's work in their own wild way, with sledgehammers flying and laughter like thunder. God's got him on a mission, but chaos is under.
yeah, that's Chat GPT, all right.
Hey, as long as my boss ain't watching, we had to do those little stupid company surveys, and they wanted us to evaluate ourselves. Chat GPT.
All right. What's the Canadian bro got to say?
Read it, asked Eric if he's a poet.
No, he's a Chat GPT. Was that last one?
You're just thinking Rita for the comment.
Oh, okay.
So apparently we're only talking to Rita and Eric today because everyone else is being shy.
Yes. And I don't blame them.
April Fool's Day is the second greatest holiday on this earth.
How many of us think it's a stupid holiday?
Your opinion does not matter.
My opinion matters.
Does not matter right now.
If you're the one pulling the prank, yes, things seem funny. But if you're the butt of the prank,
I've only made 3 people cry today.
And tonight was a topic specifically lined up for you. April Fools. So, I don't suppose you want to tell the good people what the prank was, do you?
Nah.
Okay. See, he's embarrassed to tell his own prank.
No. Fine, I'll say it. I don't care. Bunch of my friends want me to hurry up and get hitched to my old lady. Tony being one of them. This weekend, got her on my phone plan. We took some photos. We took some videos. Where people would automatically assume that they were getting what they wanted, but they did not.
All right, let me paint the picture. CJ and Angela are in this real dreamy,
It was the mountain overlook.
yeah, embrace, right? That you would have if you had done proposed. Okay, let me put this in the right context so that your brain automatically see, because you're thinking wedding, right? That's what you're thinking. Proposal. And then Mr. Hudson spans the camera down, showing what is
No, that was an insert photo here moment.
yeah, of your AT&T or whatever, right?
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile.
I dropped AT&T.
Whatever. T-Mobile.
Gladly take a sponsorship from T-Mobile. I'll put that little T right there in the bottom corner if they're listening.
So that's the prank he pulled.
No, what I did is I let everyone think what they wanted to think until they got the answer that really
You led
happened.
people.
I didn't lead
You
no one to
led them
that.
to the
It was
water.
the art of
you
their
wanted
own
them
perception.
to drink.
I took your teaching on the art of perception by Tony Myers and I used it against these people trying to rush my life. I used your sermon in an April Fool's joke. Best day ever. You're just mad because I actually use your sermons.
Mine aren't sermons. Mine's are teachings. You don't see
Mater tater. Get it over it.
You don't see me going, yeah, yeah.
The Kung Fu preaching.
All right. So, with that said, we're going to flip over to last year at this time. It was April Fool's because everybody thought I was a dead man. There you go. That was a good one. All right. So I was playing April Fools on everybody because I was dead twice, but I was playing April Fools on everybody this time last year and completely missed out on Easter and all that stuff. And so, and here's the thing. So many people, for one, think their healings are so uncommon. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, but maybe we can get CJ to chime in a little bit because at one time he thought healings were uncommon. And then
uncommon outside the church.
Yes. In everyday life.
Yeah.
And they really didn't happen in y'all's church that often, did they?
They were regular, but
right. Once every now and again.
But the painted picture from the previous preachers at the old church was everything had to be done in the four walls.
Right. And so people are under the misperception that healings are so hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
When honestly, you can pick up, you could do a research on studies and look at placebos and find healings. Healings are much more common than what people think. The problem is you write them off
Rationalization.
based upon your religious notions.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment, for instance, if it's a non Christian, then automatically it ain't no God and is not a verified healing, is not a miracle, is automatically something else, number one. Tell me I'm lying, because I know I ain't. Number two, if there's a fraudulent circumstance involved, automatically any healings that occurred were faked, not true. And specifically, I can tell you the Bible that was bleeding oil, which was proven to be a fake, even though the dude denies it. But that was in Aiken, Georgia. Those healings were legitimate.
Ooh, someone was late.
Hello, Karen. Hello, Mickey.
Hello, Mary.
But those healings were legitimate, even though the claims and which goes to show one that the way I teach it is right. Okay? It's based upon a person's belief. It's just that they're believing that that oil had magical powers,
Mm-hmm.
but they believed they were healed.
Mm-hmm.
And so they indeed were, even though it was fraudulent. But yet a Christian will wipe it out completely as
Mm-hmm.
if it doesn't exist. I am telling you, there are more and more healings. When the doctor's office calls you and they had said you had cancer, and then the test shows up that they take another test or whatever, and it says, oh, we didn't find any cancer. The first one was just an error.
Mm.
And we write that off as the truth. No, they're using that as an excuse.
Hello, Samantha.
What'd she say?
She said she's here.
Oh. Well, we know you're here because we see you. Okay. What? You got a comment on that?
Don't be mean to Samantha.
I'm never mean.
Quit being mean to Samantha.
Hey, Samantha, my own girl.
Quit being mean to everyone. You were mean to me earlier. You can quit being mean to them.
I was mean to you.
Yes.
Look at that grin on his face. All right. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Those three things right there are just the tip of the iceberg. But you'll rationalize it away. Oh, they just made misdiagnosis. No. I mean, that was like, and this is getting back to what happened with me. When I finally got out and they said I had a severely leaking mitral valve that had to be replaced, right? And then turn around, then I think it was the next one that showed that my valve was perfectly fine. And the doctor went back and, well, I must have misread it. And I looked at the records. There's no way he misread that. It was a bona fide miracle. I went from having to have a heart transplant to having to have a valve replacement to having blocked lungs and none of that stuff.
Are you still on hospice?
Oh yeah, they want me in hospice. Now tell me those ain't miracles.
So are you still or still not on hospice?
I've never been on hospice. They tried to put me in hospice. Tried to do their darndest. But that's how we overlook it. And would have been real easy for me or for other people. A lot of other people, when I tell them, they shake their heads and they're like, don't believe it. But that's the truth. And so you have all these miracles that are going on, but most people would rationalize them away. And I guarantee, how many times have you had something that has been going on for like a month? And then all of a sudden it goes away. Do you recognize that as a miracle? More than likely, no. You don't. You just, oh, it went away.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we think miracles are so hard to come by. Miracles and divine health are supposed to be almost automatic, as certainly as, and part of the problem is that we want to so categorize instead of thinking about it. What do? We make it, well, there's physical healing, there's spiritual healing, there's this type of healing, there's that type of healing. If we instead recognize all is healing, then guess what? It would happen more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
If we would recognize that it's as normal to be healed from cancer, Lou Gehrig's, whatever, congestive heart failure, then I guarantee the healing would be more automatic.
Mm-hmm.
If we expected every time we step outside to feel energized and something to change, if we expected every time we eat food for the same thing, guess what? It would happen like that.
Mm-hmm.
What you say?
Well, it's like you said, people want to categorize stuff. They want to do nothing over a little headache, but they want to freak out over hearing, the word cancer, or, Lou Gehrig's, or sepsis, or whatever.
And then they go into fight and flight
Mm-hmm.
if they weren't already. And the thing is, when you view it as a normal action, therefore you are expecting it to happen, just like with a paper cut, it heals automatically. You don't sit there and think about it and worry about it.
Nope.
Because in your own mind is already healed. Even if you feel a little bit of pain. Would you hear that? Everybody listen to this. Pet peeve of mine. Here we go.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
A red alert has been issued. This means that the next 5 sentences that comes out of Tony's mouth, you must pay extreme attention to. Listen to the words coming out of my mouth.
Anyway. Pet peeve.
All right. People are so concerned about being honest,
Mm-hmm.
but yet, like I just said, with a paper cut, you already see that it's healed. So you're not worried about it. You move on.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, when it comes to something that's causing you extreme pain and all, you say, I don't want to be delusional.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, but you're delusional with the paper cut.
Mm-hmm.
In your mind's eye, you already see it as healed.
When
Now-
you
now-
stub that toe on the coffee table when you're walking in the morning, you're like, I just gotta walk it off. I just gotta walk it off. And then you take a few steps and you're fine. It's the same daggone thing.
But yet, you view something serious because you think it's serious.
Mhm.
And now, in doing what should happen normally and expecting the healing, now it becomes a delusional thing.
Mhm.
And you can word it any way you want because this is where y'all will rationalize. No, I don't. And then come up with the same thing, only different words. Say, see, I don't do that. Yes, you do. It is not delusional to believe that you're already healed, even though you're feeling symptoms.
Mhm.
You feel that paper cut symptom when you go pick up a drink,
Or
but
when you
yet,
wash your hands.
yes, but yet in your mind it is nothing concerned about because it's already healed.
Mhm.
If you use it the same way, and I've been saying this for years, y'all been ignoring me for years. If you use the same thing and you truly believe it, and then you wash your hands of it, you'd be healed no matter what you got. True or false?
Very true. And I can cite an example where we had that my relative 2 summers ago. When I called you, yeah, I was like, I'm scared crapless. I had a moment. I didn't stay there long. You talked me down from that moment. And then when everyone's calling me crazy, 'cause I'm the only one holding on to the daggone truth. Yeah.
That's exactly right. And so,
And there's nothing wrong with having a moment.
no,
You hear some bad news, yeah, you're gonna have a moment. It's okay. Don't stay there.
as I go out of my way to point out, I've had moments,
Mm-hmm.
but yet people still think,
You're bad crap crazy because you're like, I ain't going on hospice. Stupid hospice.
y'all do not realize how bad they were trying to force me when I was still unconscious and in a coma. They had already ordered a hospice to come get me.
But when you were not fully in the right head, they were already talking about it.
And
Coming off the anesthesias and the sleeping pills and whatnot.
They were bound and determined to put me in hospice. And I was bound and determined, no, you ain't.
Actually, you were literally bound one day.
Oh,
They had you tied to the bed.
well, when my head started to clear up, I wondered why my wrists were so bruised.
I know why.
Because I was ready to get
I'm
up and
pretty sure
leave.
that's why they let me slip you in Taco Bell on my second visit, is because they treated you like crap.
They had a guilt complex.
They may have did a little too much in the tying down. But
because
I'm sure there was a good reason why they initiated it. Knowing you.
I mean, if I would have been my conscious mind, I would have ripped them sons of guns off.
I think that's why they put the one around your chest and tied it to the back of the.
I was getting out of that place.
Yes. A rebel, even in the unconscious mind. Tony is born and bred. Being a rebel is in his DNA, as you can tell.
It was hilarious. Them nurses were talking about all the stuff I was doing. I don't remember none of it. It was like some of the stuff I done was legendary, but it all kept. It kept perfectly with my beliefs. Every I
The
guess
first day you're in your room, you still weren't supposed to be out of bed. You opened the door because you locked it and had the door shut, and you had to let me in. And you're still supposed to be bedbound at that point.
but that's the thing. And that's if you can be drugged up and everything else
Mm-hmm.
and be literally out of your ever loving mind and speaking the same way over only more aggressively,
That's why I didn't hold nothing against you that day.
then you're truly believing it. For real.
Well, my favorite one was the first day I went to visit you. You finally got your cup of water after straining for 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes. You took one sip, it's like, hey, I just did a miracle. Acknowledge it. That was after you were saying a bunch of other words to the nurse that we're not going to talk about, if you know what I mean. We call that the war mouth. That's why I told the nurse, like, yeah, he was military, so he's got that war mouth.
One day CJ was visiting and the nurse come in and them two were trading stories. I swear.
Her husband was like Navy, I think.
Yeah. I mean, but you were trading stories about me. She was, oh yeah, one day, and CJ was like, yeah, and I'm like, okay, I don't remember none of it. So, but
it was a tense situation dealing with your out of mind self, and what do? I make people laugh.
and you were able.
Rita says people give up in hospice, the mind takes over, and they think that it is. They think that's it.
They make the choice
Mm-hmm.
without realizing it. I want this to be a wake up call.
Keep
when
your
you're
mind right.
more sensitive to the miracles and you're looking for them, I would much rather err on the side of rebellion and call something a miracle that is questionable than call a miracle and say it isn't. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense to y'all?
If you would keep your lookout for a miracle, like you keep your eye on a goofball on April Fool's Day, you would recognize so much more.
But they can't miss the goofball. Because
That's the point. You keep your eye on a goofball day, then keep your eye out for miracles every day.
Okay. I really want y'all to get this. Because I guarantee the very people that are telling me I never see miracles, I can have a 5-minute conversation with, and I bet you tell me a miracle and you don't even realize it.
Samantha says there in New York they push hospice if you have a paper cut.
I do believe that.
They're just probably trying to get some breathing room in that city. You know what I'm talking about.
CJ apologizes in advance, Samantha. Okay. but New York leaves a nasty taste in our mouth.
It was a great place to visit once. I've checked it off my list. I'm
Now
good.
Buffalo, we both liked Buffalo. Buffalo was fine,
Yeah.
but it was the Brooklyn, the Bronx, that oh my gosh.
See, it's funny because in the 3 times I've been in New York, or the 2 times I've been in New York, you got the people that think New York City's it, and that's New York, and then you got everyone else saying this is the real New York.
Right.
That's what's funny.
Okay. So
But New York City, once, check, done.
yeah, we got New York City then. Although I do miss my good friend and pastor out there, but
Cool dude.
um, Pastor Enos,
Very nice guy.
he's awesome. Miss him. Would love to see him again. I'm not sure about going back.
When you have to park in the median and walk across 2 lanes of traffic just to get into the church.
I don't know how they do it. I don't. Anyhow,
And I'm sure when they come down, if they ever come down this way, they'd be like, what do y'all do? There's nothing to do.
I'm sure. I don't know how they go restaurants and stuff. I mean, my gosh. With us, it's a leisurely drive. Well, unless you're driving with me, but it's still a leisurely drive because there ain't no traffic. Not like that. All right, flashback city. Yeah, we purposely want to keep this very simple for people.
Mm-hmm.
It's the simplicity. And it truly, truly is. But we so often make it so much more difficult. And then with all the negativity that we surround ourselves with,
Mm-hmm.
which going back to what we talked about last week and meditation, if y'all would meditate and stay in that bubble, then the outside world would have minimal impact on you.
Mm-hmm.
And you would not stay in fight or flight constantly. And that's part of the problem. The fight and flight, that was back when we was ancient days on an elephants. Okay? That's what that was for. In this day and age, you don't need to be in constant fight or flight.
No.
Okay? Unless Hannibal with the elephant is heading our way, and I don't know it, you ain't got to worry about an elephant running over you. All right. You can stay in a protected bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you believe you're in a protected bubble, the more you will be.
Mm-hmm.
The more you live your life in fear of everything, then the more fear you will bring to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand the struggles of trying to change, and that's the problem. You're trying to change yourself, which means you are matter trying to change matter, which is an impossibility, which is why most people stay where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're trying to force yourself to change. Instead, when you think of yourself as energy, now You have the power to change without striving, stripping, or stroping. Okay? For real, then change comes with ease.
Mm-hmm.
And as somebody who's changed almost every aspect of their lives, I'm telling you, if it comes with stress and straining and willpower and all that nonsense, it will not last and you're white knuckling it. You are forcing the change to you. You are in matter trying to change matter. If the change, I mean, honestly, I got off of drugs without any stress, strain, or stripper. Same thing with alcohol. There was no white knuckling it once I started living out the concept. But as long as I was standing up in a meeting saying, "Hello, I'm Tony and I'm an alcoholic," there was no change.
Nope.
And the first excuse I had, it was off to the races again. I've been through it. And I don't care whether you're dealing with that or you're dealing with your health or whatever. Your health is no different to being healed from an addiction. I got news for you. It's the same principle. What you look at is what you're going to grow. And if you walk around saying you're sick, you will be.
Mm-hmm.
I look at people my age and they're going around exchanging medicines. Yeah, I'm on this. Wow, I'm on this. It's stronger than this one. I'm taking a better one than you taking, and I'm on this. And boy, the arthritis.
Rita says she's taking this to heart and is going to notice miracles more.
Man. And you go around talking about it all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you decide to believe in miracles, then you take the other route and you take that to an extreme, as in voicing it,
Mm-hmm.
but there's no energy behind the voicing. And that's the problem. What?
Hmm? No,
What was you laughing about?
I wasn't laughing.
I heard you laugh. You were laughing or snoring. Which was it?
Probably sniffing.
Okay. Which reminds me of a time. I'll be nice.
A good example of matter changing matter, getting Tony to quit leaning to the middle. Don't argue and say you don't lean to the middle, bro.
I lean to the middle.
Lean to the middle.
Lean
to the middle. Huh? Lean to the middle.
I am bored. We will assimilate you.
No.
I'd always lean on my right side because I'm left-handed, so the left is ready to go. All
Doubt
right.
it.
All right. What is that? What we got? Who said what?
Ain't no one commenting. Everyone's just listening. Or you put everyone to sleep, one.
Somebody comment.
Yeah, that's just where Rita said she's taking this to heart and going to notice miracles more. There's Samantha saying, they push hospice in New York for a paper cut.
Okay. That's the truth, folks. That's why it's so important to understand that you're a spiritual being. Okay? I heard something that I really liked Saturday when I was at the gym, but I know I'll mess it up if I try to say it. So I gotta write it down next time.
I still laugh at the fact that you go to the gym.
Hey,
Not the fact that you go to the gym, but the fact that how you were 2, 3 years ago. I don't need no gym. I don't need no gym. Me. Does that not sound like you, bro?
yes,
Okay.
that was me. Even I can grow up a little bit sometimes. Very little. I'll never grow up.
Daggone right.
I'll never grow up. I'll never grow up. Now. If anybody can guess who sings that, DJ will get them something.
Spend your own money. You saw how much money I spent this weekend.
Do you know how much money I spent this month?
You know how much I spent this weekend.
I spent enough to buy that car of yours out there,
Doubt
and
it.
then some.
I spent a third of that. No, 10% of that. What my car is worth right now.
Hey, what you doing with your life? Why don't you get a job?
I have a job.
Why don't you cut your hair?
I'm shaving tonight.
Is that right? All right. You quit. My singing ain't that bad. I never said it was good. I just said it wasn't that bad.
You get extra loud and you turn your head right towards my ear.
What's an air?
Ear.
What's an air?
Are we going to fight today?
I am a Borg. I will assimilate you.
You couldn't whoop me for nothing, boy.
I didn't say whoop you. I said you will be assimilated.
Simulate that.
I'm going to bring a weight for this chair.
Getting rolling desk chairs was sometimes the greatest idea, but sometimes it was an annoying idea.
Okay. It depends how many times you scoop me out of the way today as to whether you like them or not. And how many times I lean this way or move the chair. Okay. Y'all have fun. Okay. Because you ain't being pranked now, so you can laugh. All right.
Oh, no. Rita says maybe you should guys switch sides. So you'd be leaning away. We tried that once.
We did?
It was like 2, 3 years. It was early.
I don't remember that.
We started a show backwards.
But see, that would be a problem because I tend to move with this arm. So that would be like two.
You're like, and I'm talking. That'd be Tony.
Pretty much. Yeah, so
I think we saw the old banner when we did it. That's how long ago it was.
might have been.
It's been a while.
All right. Eric's been awful quiet.
Eric is paranoid of an April Fool's joke. He even said so. He was like, I was afraid to even come on with great trepidation and constantly looking over.
Trepidation.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing like an exaggeration, Eric. Okay. But that's the truth. There, what did he say there?
He says he's hiding under his blankets waiting for April.
See, we don't need no practical joke to have fun. All right. Miracles surround us. Because guess what? We are all from God's very essence, from his fabric. We are all what's the word I normally use? I can't think of right now. But we're all bound together because we come from the same essence. It's that essence, God, that when we work from that viewpoint, miracles can't help but to be created. And when we stop trying to push it through viewing ourselves as matter, right? Then, and that's from when we're doing something, we're viewing it as we're matter, we're merely human, instead of from the point of reference that we are spiritual beings and use the realm of imagination as a distinct realm, which is the spiritual realm, which is the realm for creating. When that realm is more real than this physical existence, you are energy changing matter. Get it, get it, get it. And Eric just put a book up.
Hold on a second.
3 books. Looks like.
Okay. Oh, Canadian April 1st. Family tradition, the great invisible pancake flip off. Every April 1st, the whole family gathers at breakfast pretending to flip invisible pancakes. That's just cruel. If you're going to flip pancakes, there better be some pancakes in front of me. I think lots of times we explain away hearing God's voice. We take our carnal, logical mind and dismiss the work of God. Yep, 100% there.
You look at most of the stuff.
I want to write more books than Tony.
Lord have mercy.
Eric, also check your email.
Oh, okay. April 21st. Next book's coming out. All right. But it's that realm. And that's where things change. And that's where you create the framework of your existence. Because as I've said for years now, God created us in his image, which means we are self-determining and self-existent. Okay? So, guess what? You do, I know many a religious person right now is going to cringe. You do have the power of creating. Your father is the creator. You inherit your father. So therefore, what does that make you? No, you did not create the universe. No, you did not create the earth. But you have the power and authority to create. Well, God gets all the glory. He put all the glory in you. There's another one of them churchy things.
What about them people that say, well, Jesus was in the mall? Poke. Poke, poke, poke.
Your name ain't Jesus. Shut up. Your name is whatever your name is. All right. So, you knew that'd get me.
It goes right along with what you're saying, bro.
Yes, that infuriates me. Well, Jesus was in the mall. Your name ain't Jesus. All right, get that straight right to head now. All right. I wasn't even conscious when my miracles happened. So many of them. What?
Eric already watched my video.
How do you see it?
I just sent him an email.
Oh, okay.
Tony, 1 second I'm watching CJ original video, the other guy's such reading up shit.
Huh?
He explained it in Eric Ease with a hint of Canadian, what you tried to explain earlier, the video you saw,
Oh,
where I pranked all my friends.
okay. Well, anyhow. That's why your perception is so important. That's
Samantha has assimilated to your Borg.
why you have been assimilated. All right. So now what's Eric saying?
With a hint of Canadian, a splash of maple syrup. See, for us, it's with a splash of Southern, with a salt full of biscuits and gravy.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. Eric, you can rest easy. Your April Fool's is almost over with. I can't rest easy until I get out of this house.
Oh, we got the pizza party upstairs.
What?
I got your pizza. It's upstairs waiting on you. I bought you a pizza.
You did not tell me this. So that's my April Fool's joke. I was starving to death when I come up here, and instead of feeding me, you guys made me starve for an hour and a half.
You remember that time we did the Christmas and New Year's videos and we already had pizza upstairs? You maybe did the stupid videos first, so I hit you in the mouth?
That was funny.
Okay. Now I'll tell you what, I will never cross the line. I saw one on Facebook where this person took a box of Krispy Kreme donuts, and when they opened it, it was a box of that salad stuff. I even I ain't that cruel.
Oh boy, I would be furious.
Hello, Kayla.
Oh, Caleb.
Ain't nothing wrong with being replay gang. Samantha's over here laughing her head off. And Rita says invisible pancakes, Canadians are weird. JK means joke.
I'd know that one.
Surprise, surprise.
You're an SMF.
On that note, everyone have a great and wonderful day. I have.
SMF can mean whatever you want it to mean.
See, Rita felt now she had to put. Rita didn't believe you, and she felt the need to explain what JK meant.
JK, people. All right. Be blessed
Be healed it.
and
Be
be a
and blessed
blessing.
it. Love y'all.